Hey everybody, it's Daniel. Saturday morning, having a little adventure out here in the area around the Llobregat River. We're gonna see what happens. Half of the time that I try to have an adventure anywhere in Catalonia, I just end up walking across some industrial park for 2 hours. And this could be one of those days. But for now we've got some bamboo, we've got some mud, you know, train tracks, highways, typical Catalan stuff. Okay, well, that's the mighty Llobregat River. We had a lot of rain this week, so it's probably a bit muddier and faster moving than usual. I doubt it looks like that all the time. Okay, so here's the industrial park part of the day. Got this place making giant cement cubes for some reason. Bunch of other stuff. I'm not even really sure. Just generic, ugly industrial stuff. Okay, since we're here, let's talk about the polígonos. The word in Spanish, polígono industrial, is just an industrial park, is what I want to call it. But here it's in Catalan, polígon, I guess, but polígono industrial. So these are these sort of shady areas on the edge of, you know, polite society. There's all these, you know, large yellow machines behind me. A lot of shady stuff happens in these places. There's people who might be living as ocupas in these places in, you know, not very good conditions. There's probably prostitution at some times of the day. I remember when I was with my girlfriend one time, we were in one of these polígonos, and we were looking for a place to pick up a package, some logistical center, like the customs from the Spanish government or whatever. They make you go to this place by the airport. It's a polígono. And we were lost, and my girlfriend didn't know about this, so she goes up to some truck driver looking guy in the polígono. She's a woman of color also, as we're saying these days. And this truck driver guy had you know, some things to say to her that were not directions to the customs area of the industrial park. She just didn't know that this kind of thing was popular in these areas. Anyway, this all brings us to the Poligoneros. The Poligoneros are sort of a subculture of young people from the outskirts of city. Los Reyes y las Reinas de la Periferia, I have seen them called also. There's you know, there's a dictionary definition. It's an online dictionary of neologisms in Spanish. If that is even the correct word, it suggests that these young people are just sort of badly dressed and use very impolite language. And, you know, there's a whole scene in these polígonos, at least on weekdays. There's, you know, bars and restaurants that open up for the workers, and I'm sure there's stuff happening. It's just not really my scene. So it looks like we're basically done with the industrial park, or at the very least we're in an older, quaintly historical looking part of the industrial park. What I really wanted to see was this area back here, which looks pretty green on the map. It's hard to really know what you're going to find in these places, but looked nice from some photos, and there looked to be a couple of little old, you know, ruined castles. Castle could mean a lot of things also. It could be something very small. And there's some, you know, monumental type country living stuff back here. We'll see. I have very little idea. Just taking a walk. Well, what do you know? Las Muntanyes del Baix. Baix is the Catalan word for bajo, baja, you know, the lower part of something. So I think what we're talking about here is the Baix Llobregat, the lower part of the Llobregat River. The river goes all the way up to the French border, basically. I think to Puigcerdà or something like that. Anyway, up to the Pyrenees. You can actually walk, I think it's about a 9-day walk if you're feeling adventurous. It's marked with a Sendero de Gran Recorrido, one of the long distance walking paths that they have all over Spain and I think most of Europe. Well, this is nice. I think it's a bit of an exaggeration to call these montañas. You might call them colinas, like hills, but Las Colinas del Baix doesn't really have the same ring to it. So, montañas it is. It's very green up here, very humid, hot. Might rain soon. I don't really have a plan for getting back home either, or even where I'm going, so this could be a fun adventure. We'll see. Okay, we're 10 kilometers in here, 10 kilometers from Castellbisbal. I've decided I'm gonna go try to reach the top of the hill here with a cross. The cross of Saint something. We'll see. Okay, it's getting a bit more rugged out here. The good news is that Google says it's not going to rain until about 6 p.m. So I'll have plenty of time to get up to the top here and then back down to a bar, restaurant, or train station. Okay, here's the cross. It's not particularly epic or monumental or anything, but it was a nice walk. 12 kilometers from Castellbisbal. I think I'm going to go back down to Martorell, which is another 12 kilometers or something. I don't have enough battery on my phone to keep filming this whole time, so we'll probably call it a day here. The cross is called Creu de l'Aragal Jr. I apologize for my flies here. I don't know who l'Aragal Jr. is, but some important Catalan certainly. Okay, I googled it. I couldn't find anything about the junior, but the Aragal family apparently were nobles who were in charge of this sort of area 500 years ago. Anyway, that's about all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I apologize for not making more videos recently. You know, I have 2 podcasts, 2 YouTube channels, 3 websites that I'm running. It's a lot of stuff. So, you know, I'll be back with more sooner or later. You're welcome to head by expatmadrid.com/donate to buy me a virtual vermouth or a virtual cup of coffee if you prefer. You can buy me 100 virtual vermouths if you'd like. I will not drink them all at once. I appreciate anything you can do to help out the channel. You can also just go and read some fun stuff on the blog, expatmadrid.com, or you could subscribe to the channel, give me a like, etc. Plenty of ways you can help out if you've enjoyed this. Anyway, nada más. Espero que pases un muy buen día. Hasta la próxima. Bye.